One of the aspects that I think is the most powerful part of what CAMICO is about is its history. When there was a crisis for the accountant's liability area where insurance companies were leaving the marketplace. And in particular in California, there was a group of CPAs that were brought together because the insurance carrier for the Cal CPA went bankrupt and left the industry. And it left a lot of firms, I think over 1,000 firms, with no coverage. And so the society pulled together that group of CPAs led by John Dodsworth, who ultimately became the CEO of CAMICO. And they sat down and said, okay, we're going to pick another insurance carrier. What was interesting, as CPAs normally do, it was looking at the problem. And they came to a conclusion that, well, we can pick another insurance company, but who's to say that that insurance company won't do the same thing when things get tough or when they lose money? And so the conclusion was, maybe we should form our own company and build it in a different way. Build it in a way that it's going to serve the CPA profession in good times and in bad times. And that was the genesis of CAMICO. And ultimately, the company was formed, and within 6 months, and I think almost over 1,000 firms signed up, and off it went. And it was solely focused on CPAs, and at that time in California. But that was not enough for those founding, really the fathers and ladies of CAMICO. They wanted to be more than just an insurance company, and this is where the mission of CAMICO really sets itself apart from the rest of the industry. It was, we actually know CPAs very well. Maybe we can help CPAs practice safer, better, with less risk. And by doing so, build a risk pool that's better than the rest. And that was the other aspect of CAMICO, which was risk management or loss prevention, which was a key hallmark for CAMICO at the time, since most insurance carriers were more interested in selling really a piece of paper and a contract and not wanting to really do much more. Where CAMICO made its difference, and to this day, it's still the key competitive advantage, is high level of service, much like the service that CPAs deliver to their own clients, and risk management. How do we do everything in our power to make sure that a CPA does not have to use the insurance policy, so that we can work proactively to help them in their day-to-day practice?